Good afternoon, my good friends. Good afternoon. Welcome to my live stream. Welcome, welcome. I am Audrey Locke, independent citizen journalist, and my website is wildnews.us. I have a full live stream for us today. A couple of topics I'm going to cover. First, I'm going to do a follow up on Sunspot Observatory. It's a really strange story. And the second one is the high school shooting suspect update. Now, the murder suspect in the Canyon Springs High School shooting death is scheduled to be arraigned today. He might have been arraigned already. Audrey Locke of the Nevada Clark County DA office would not give any more information than that. This shooting did not receive the national attention, unlike Stoneman Douglass High School shooting in Florida and Santa Fe High School massacre in Texas. This tragedy did not fit the anti-Second Amendment agenda of the corporate-controlled media. Officer Eric Levitt of North Las Vegas PD told me, I interviewed him, and I'm going to play you the interview. It's about 3 minutes long on the telephone. He says, let's see, Officer Eric Levitt of North Las Vegas PD says that Kakai Kyin French, the 16-year-old suspect, has allegedly killed 18-year-old Dalvin Brown in the Canyon Springs school property. He further said that the suspect and the victim were known to each other and that the victim was targeted. The Sunspot Observatory mysterious closure for 10 days in September has not been adequately explained by the U.S. government. The Aura statement has made reference to a criminal investigation at a nearby Sacramento Peak. Neither does the FBI nor the New Mexico State Police have been forthcoming about the subject. I have been in touch through text with FBI spokesman from Albuquerque, Frank Fish. I'm going to show you what he gave me. Let's do this. We are on our statement. I just want to refresh our memories. What happened was from the observatory was closed from 9th, from September 9th to 18th, I believe. And officially, let me just read you a paragraph. And AORA is Association of Universities for Research in Astronomy. In September 6th, the Association of University for Research Astronomy and the National Science Foundation made a decision to temporarily vacate Sunspot Solar Observatory. So I guess it was on the 6th. I was wrong. It wasn't 9th. It was the 6th. Observatory in Sacramento Peak, New Mexico, as a precautionary measure while addressing a security issue. The facility closed down in an orderly fashion and is now reopening. The residents that vacated their homes will be returning to the site, and all the employees return to work this week. Aura has been cooperating with the ongoing law enforcement investigation of criminal activity that occurred at Sacramento Peak. During this time, we became concerned that the suspect in the investigation potentially posed a threat to the safety of local staff residents. For this reason, Aura temporarily vacated the facility and ceased the science activities at this location. So it is reopened now. Now, there are 2 deaths that has happened in the vicinity of the Sunset Observatory. This is from AP, and this is from last month. White Sands National Monument. The New Mexico authorities are investigating the death of a Belgian tourist at White House National Monument. Apparently, the autopsy has been performed, and one of nice gentleman who watches my live streams by the name of David suggested that I get a copy of the autopsy, possibly, and I'm in the process of doing that. Thank you, David. And by the way, David, my offer, I emailed you, my offer stands. I'd love to have you on my live stream so we can discuss the subject. You seem to be very knowledgeable, and I would love to hear your ideas. And I think live stream would be a good platform to do that. There was another death that happened in 2015. A French couple died at the same White Sands Trail, which is in the general facility of the Sunspot Observatory. Apparently, from what I understand, reading different news reports, they were trying to find their young child. What I have done is that I called and I have texted Frank Fisher of FBI, and he never returned my phone call. And this is the copy of the my text. I did a screenshot. Good morning, Mr. Fisher, and I'm writing this. Do you have any updates you can share in regards of the mysterious closure of the Sunspot Observatory? And that's a very strange answer. No need to refer you. No need to refer you to court record that have already been mentioned in the media. And that's kind of cryptic because I'm not sure which court record he is referring to. I will pursue this, but it's a very, very strange answer as far as I am concerned. All right, switching gears. Let's go to the Canyon Hills. Canyon Springs High School shooting in North Las Vegas. Last month, I think it was on the 20th, a young teenager, well, not that young teen, but a teenager, 16-year-old. Let me just make sure I can pronounce his name correctly. Kakai Kyin French was arrested in connection with the death of an 18-year-old Dalvin Brown. Both students apparently were attending Canyon Springs High School. I was in touch with. I'm going to play you an interview with an officer from North Las Vegas Police in a second. The telephone interview I did, but I also called. DA, Clark County DA in Nevada, and spoke to Audrey Locke, who didn't give me a lot of information, but the only thing that was worthwhile is that French, the suspect, was scheduled to be arraigned today, and she said she didn't know if that arraignment happened or not. She would know later. She asked me to email her the questions, which I did, and I haven't got any answers yet. Hopefully, I'll get them tomorrow. From other sources, I have seen that French, the suspect, is going to be charged as an adult. Now, let me play you the interview I did with Officer Eric Levitt, who is the spokesman for the North Las Vegas Police Department. So let me go here. Hold on, let me find it. Here we go, and let me play it. I'd like to find out if any motive was established.
Nothing more than just what we have in the press release. Let me see here real quick. So it was a homicide that occurred Tuesday. So the original homicide date was Tuesday, September 11th, and that was at Canyon Springs High School. We did an original press release on that around that time frame. And then our North Las Vegas Police Department Detective Bureau, with the assistance of the Clark County School District, they were able to identify 16-year-old Kakai French. I'm not sure if I pronounced his first name correctly, but his last name was French. He was the suspect in the homicide. And then it was on September 20th, members of the Las Vegas FBI Criminal Apprehension Team, that's the CAT team here in the Las Vegas area, they located and arrested French in a 3900 block of Diamond Gem Court.
How come FBI was involved in this? Is there any federal laws broken?
Well, it was the FBI criminal apprehension team. It's the CAT team is what we refer them to as, and that comprises members of. We have a member that is on that task force, as well as Henderson and Metro. So it's a comprised multi-agency team, and they focus on apprehending dangerous felons. In this case, this was a fairly high-profile case because it was a shooting that did occur at a school, and it was a homicide. So in these types of situations, these investigations will come across the desk of the FBI task force or the CAT team, and they'll go out and look for those suspects. So yeah, this is common.
Oh, okay, all right. So, are you at liberty to say whether it was school-related at all, or was it a personal situation between these two young people?
Well, we believe that the suspect and victim were known to each other, and that this was not a random act of violence. I don't know if that answers.
I'm sorry, they were what to each other?
We believe that they were known to each other.
Oh, they were known to each other, okay.
They were acquaintances.
Is it gang-related at all, or are you at liberty to say?
Well, we don't say that because we don't give glory to the gangs, so we wouldn't get into those details.
So it wasn't a politically motivated or just a random shooting. It was something that it was the perpetrator has targeted that victim specifically. Am I correct in saying that?
That's correct. We believe that they were known to each other. This was not random. So we're not talking about just some random shooting at a school. That this was by and large targeted to some degree.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time.
No problem.
Okay, so that was the my interview. That doesn't have any feel of a staged incident, like Parkland did, like Santa Fe High School did. It didn't receive a lot of national attention at all. So I'm going to follow it because I'm really curious to see it. Also, I'm going to continue following the Sunspot Observatory. For the last and I'm on my website, wildnews.us. For the last couple of weeks, we were all absorbed with Kavanaugh hearings and that huge victory of ours when he got confirmed, and that the attention span, if you will. So now we can pursue the old stories again. If you go to my website, click on contact. Click on contact info. My phone number is there. My email is there. It's easier to get a hold of me through email. Even though when I'm not busy, I do pick up my cell phone. If you have any thoughts, and if you have any ideas, or just want to bounce off something off me, feel free to email me. And David, again, I liked what you had to say in your emails. I'd love to have you on Skype or phone to discuss Sunspot Observatory situation on a live stream. Folks, I need to get back to work. I'm a true blue citizen journalist. This is my hobby. I don't get paid for this, so I need to go back. I took an hour's break to do this live stream, so I need to go back to work so I can earn my living. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for joining me. I don't have the words to express my appreciation. And folks, God bless you. God bless you.